start yet. Okay, start over. Start over. Now I started. Now I started. Stop.
Okay, I'm laughing to it. Okay. Hello, young Master Burkhart, and thank you for helping us out while we're on vacation and watering our plants. I just want to give you a little overview of the layout of our yard. So it's basically everything along the fence here, and then just two easy requirements. Any plant that's in a pot, you're going to spray it for 6 seconds, so just give it a 6-second watering. And all the other plants that are in the ground, you can just water it for 10 to 12 seconds. So you see we got stuff here. And by the tree we have little fairyland. This is Rosie's fairyland, so try not to water this area because there's just like wood and little models there. She doesn't want to get too wet, so just be careful of watering that. So I'm going to show you the hose, and then we're going to go around to the other little garden, and I'll show you how to water that. Okay, so we have the hose here. Now you're going to look at that and say, man, what's the matter with crazy old Tom? That's a small hose. That's not going to be able to fit the whole yard. But this is a magical hose, so once you fill it up, it starts expanding. It stretches to be a little bit longer. And we have this new little attachment here, the sprayer, and it has different settings. So you can just rotate
What setting does
this
he need
setting.
to have it on?
So it's on the shower setting, and that's the only setting that you should need. If something's out of the reach, like on the other side of the yard, you can switch it over to jet setting. So shower or jet. So I'll leave it on shower. Then I'll turn on the hose. And as you see, it starts expanding. It's like a snake, so it's moving along the ground. So you just stretch the hose to your length, and then we'll start over here by the air conditioning unit. This is a potted plant, so six seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. This is a grounded plant, so I give it 10 seconds. So 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi.
We started at 4.
So the same with the yeah, I know, because I was talking.
Whatever.
So the same with the other plants that are in the soil. You can spray it a little bit so you clean the leaves off, but 10 seconds here. I just spray this jasmine just to clean off the leaves, so you don't have to do it for 10 seconds. But this nice little blue purplish plant, the plumbago, you can spray this for 10 seconds as well, and then spray around so you can rinse off the leaves. And then you got one little plant back here in the corner. This is the oleander, and it's got this little whitish pink flower, and that's another 10 seconds. And then you got a potted plant here, so that's 6 seconds. And then I like to hose off the leaves as well. Then you have this little lily plant. There's 2 of them here on either side of this little bush.
Jasmine.
6 seconds or 8 seconds. You can do 8 to 10 seconds. The same with the jasmine. I just spray around here at the soil level. And then I do that for 10 seconds, and then I hose off the leaves to clean everything. Then you have this ivy
Don't
here.
miss the potted plant there.
You can spray
Okay.
the ivy, and then just stick your hose down in here.
The ivy needs
And-
no water. Don't listen.
Yeah,
to
give it a little bit of spray and clean it
It
off.
lives without water.
Then you have a little potted plant down here. Just a few seconds. It doesn't have to do anything big. Then over at the fire pit, this newly decorated fire pit that we have, just a few seconds here just to wet everything, and that's good. And then you got another potted plant here. Just hose off the leaves. 6 seconds. And then you have these smaller plants here. You can give it 8 to 10 seconds. That's fine. Same back here, this plant, 8 to 10 seconds. And then you have 2 rosemary bushes. One's in a pot. So give it 6 seconds. And one behind the tree is actually in the ground. So give it like 10 seconds, but also spray off the leaves. Then avoid the fairyland, so don't get fairyland wet, but you got a little potted plant here. So 4 seconds is good. And then you have these 3 plants right here along the fence. So 8 to 10 seconds on those as well. So that's easy for this backyard patio, but then we have a garden on the side of the house. So you open up the gate, prop it open. This pot full of dirt, there's no plant in there. Then come out this way, stretching your hose. Yeah, there you go, just like that. See how long the hose is getting now? Then we'll go around this way. Whoa, squirting everything. I do not have the gate locked, so, and it should be open. I'm gonna leave it open. Just prop it open. Then you come on inside here. Then we'll start towards the window of the house. Now the hose may not go all the way over here, but you still can use the shower mode. And it should be able to reach the plant. Just spray towards the ground where the rocks are for about 10 seconds for each one. So 10 seconds on this one, and then in the back plant for another 10 seconds, and you can just spray the ground.
Nathan's calling me,
And then you have a little
and I'm ignoring him.
potted plant, 6 seconds, and then there's another plant in the ground back here. Spray that for about 8 seconds. Just at the ground, so the same thing here. These 2 Japanese maples, I just spray right here on the ground.
You water this one?
Yep. And this one as well. So 10 to 12 seconds. You can do a little bit longer for these because these are kind of like trees. If the bird fountain, if it doesn't have any water in there, I just fill it up a little bit. Give it a couple inches, or you can fill it all the way to the edge. Then finally we have the jasmine tree here, the big tree. So I give that a good Japanese maple. And I give it like a good 15 to 20 seconds soaking. Let it soak, let it soak. And that should be good. And then you just walk back to the other yard. You can shut the gate all the way if you want to.
Yes.
Until it clicks. And then it's closed, and then just bring your hose back to the hose reel. And as you notice, the hose is long, so there's a lot of water in there. So when you shut off the water, then I like to put extra water in here if you need it for something, or you can just spray the water here to get the water out of the hose. And eventually the water will go out, but there's a lot of water trapped in here. And see now, it all shriveled down. The hose is shrunk, the water's turned off. Just wrap it around the reel like 4 or 5 times, and you're good to go. So once again, I'd like to thank you for coming to help us out while we're on vacation. We'll close the gate here, put the plant back there, pick up the watering can, and you can just place a watering can right here. Okay, thank you very much. Piece of cake.